Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Seminoles headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Clemson's offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Back to throw, it's Denson. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Skinner. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Holly Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The offense lining up for a first down play. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
The Seminoles offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the guy that will be running the show. He's trying to bounce back from a 4-interception game in their last loss. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Turner. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. You got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Leaves it with the back, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 30 short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Noles will punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside, it's Davidson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple.
Tons of room in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
In college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Williams from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Back to throw, it's Denson. On the move, he fires. And his throw is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did.
Finding some room. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense got the...
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got a man. It's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He might want another play. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The inside handoff. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the first down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
And the Noles looking to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. There's some room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Williams. Here comes the heat. And he never had a chance.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll move the tight end. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Clemson will send the punt team out. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Seminoles sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Williams. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Oh, they're after him. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding that...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Dropping back, it's Denson. Under fire. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Turner. 7-yard pickup on that with 3rd down and 3 coming.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Has to get there to move the sticks. There's a crease. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, that's tough when you run the RPO and you put me in conflict. You can't let those linebackers come downhill really fast because I still have to play pass, and they hand it off, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Williams will pass. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Williams to throw for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
The run inside. It's Davidson.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The handoff to Johnson. Quick spin on the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking for a man. It's Denson. Here's a heat. He sacked this defense all over him. Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he missed it. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Bring in the heat. And it's a sack. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, Florida State's head coach told me at the half they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. Their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Running inside, it's Singleton. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Williams gets it out quickly. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it.
Maybe a crease. Picks up the 1st down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Williams on the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes a catch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Off the RPO, complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Williams hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house.
finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Just feeds the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise.
Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Handoff from the gun. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. They'll try to run for it. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
From the gun, running back on the move. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida State.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Calls his own number. Makes it past the marker. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. After that last play, there is a Clemson Tiger slow to get up. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The play action fake. Makes the grab outside. It's Skinner. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Splits the uprights. It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Turner. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And
maybe some room here. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your due.
And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Looking for a gap. It's Turner. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Noles! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance, and breaks into the open. Past the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Tigers are back on top.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive,
looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. End off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Play action with Williams. Under fire. And they got him.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running to Green. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll operate out of split backs. Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Hauls it in, looking for space. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Williams to throw. Plucks it out of the air. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Might have a chance. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure going right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Pocket breaking down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Williams. He wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
And how about
They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will